Hello, it is Rachel, your director. Oh man, I love this one. I love this one because creating a mobile office and getting your life organized is going to make you happy. And as they say, a cluttered mind or a cluttered space, you can't really do too much when your life just feels cluttered. So this is a way right from the very beginning that it will be smooth sailing. You will look like a total professional at any given moment and you will always feel prepared and not stressed. So I love this video. And this is a video that I've learned from my friend, Amy Chrisley, who, if you watch the Believe video way back in the beginning, creating a mobile office is from her geniusness. So I'm excited to show it to you. So beyond the mobile office, the first thing we're going to talk about is business cards and getting your business essentials kit ordered. So one of the first things you want to do is get your business cards. I love the business essentials kit, and I'll kind of give you a couple tips here really quick. But one is you can create your own business cards. You get to choose the image, and that way if you're out and about meeting people, or if someone says, hey, do you have a card? You're not like, no. I don't. And so your cards are really, really handy. But the other stuff that you get in the business essentials kit, I just wanted to show you, I'm a big believer in these product reorder labels that you'll get. They have, oh, where's it at? Oh, yay! It has your contact information. So it has my name, my website, my cell, so they can text me and my address. And what I do with these is this is what I put on the back of all my products. Very straight. They're not like when they look at my label, it is beautiful and precise and not annoyingly off. So I take time to do that. That's also something that I have my daughter do. So if you have a really cool, meticulous child who can help with your family business, that's a great job to delegate. The other thing that's in there is a stamper. And I like to stamp a lot of things. I stamp the back of my lookbooks because when you're at parties and people take your lookbook, you want to have your information on the back of a lookbook when people are taking it. So you'll get your product stamper in there as well. So that is your business essentials kit and getting that organized for you. The other thing we're going to talk about is setting up a separate checking account for your business. And so wherever you bank, you would go to your bank, and you don't need to open up a business account because those cost more money. You just need another separate free personal checking account, and you could label it like Pink Business or whatever, but you could make that just for your Mary Kay business. And so here's the deal. When you take someone's money, when you sell something, all that money goes into your Mary Kay account because otherwise you're like embezzling money from your business. And for your tax purposes, when there's a sales ticket that says I sold $25, then there needs to be a deposit of $25. So you always put your money in your Mary Kay account, and then half of that money goes to reorder your product, and then the other half is your money. Sometimes people do the 60-40 split, which in the money management section, you'll see that where they'll keep like 10% for section 2. You could save that money up to go to seminar, all that. But anyway, that's what you want to do as far as setting up a separate checking account. And also, you'll pay for your business with your Mary Kay money. So for example, if you got like a Mary Kay business card, you would pay that bill with your Mary Kay money. So that way you're never using your personal money to pay for your Mary Kay business. So that is step 2. And the third thing is your mobile office. So this is really cool, and I hope this makes you so happy. So this is how to make yourself so darn organized that when you show up to do a party, people are like, wow, that is so easy. I could do that. And it's so, okay, so first thing you want to do is get yourself a little tote of some sort, but a cute little tote, because this is your mobile office. And when you go places, your mobile office goes with you, and everything you need to survive is in your mobile office, okay? Okay, so what you're going to put in here, let's start with a money bag. Now, this is one of your prizes that you can earn is a money bag. And that way, when you're at a party closing this out, the reason that a mobile office is so handy is because one, if you're going to them, it's really nice when you have everything, well, you'll see, all the trays are ready to go. But also when you're closing, it makes your closing so easy because everything that you need is in one spot and you're not running around. You didn't run out of anything. You're always prepared and it makes you look very professional. You feel very professional. And when you know everything, when you know you have everything already ready, I think your confidence goes up. And so this is a way that one, when you're closing, everything you need for closing is together, but also when you walk in, everything is already prepared. So it sets you up for a full circle party. So this first thing is a money bag, a prize you can earn. So I'm excited about giving you your business card holder for completing this challenge. But this money bag holder is great because sometimes after a party, if there's just, you're just taking money, you're taking checks, you're taking sales tickets, you're taking cash. Sometimes you just have piles everywhere. Or you get to your car and you've just kind of collected it all and it's like next to you on the seat. In my pre-life, I have misplaced checks momentarily and I always found them, but it's really embarrassing to call someone and being like, I lost your check. Can I have another check, please? So this is where you put your money. You would have everything in here. The other thing that's in here is an actual real calculator. Now, you may be thinking, I have a cell phone, and I have a cell phone as well, but the glory of a calculator is one, if your cell phone, I can't tell you how many times people's cell phones almost die, and I've had to do it too, where I'm like, can I borrow your cell phone? Yeah, it's not, they're like, really? You need to borrow my cell phone to write up my sales ticket? Or else or else you have text messages coming through. And anyway, a calculator will never fail you. So that is the first thing, is a money bag for your money and a calculator. So thing one, okay? Next, what we're going to talk about, there's so much. Well, easy one would be these two things. So a lot of times I like to have, this is a 3-ring binder that you can get, and it just is full of your extra paperwork that you'll need. This is like extra copies, your originals of things that you need. So in this, I always keep my referral sheets, so the Beauty of Friendship, which you'll have posted. I have the Color Confident sales tickets. So that way when people are doing makeup, then they're just going through and checking what their colors are. I have the lookbooks for the season on here. I have the 10 trends sheet that I like to use. I have the starter kit flyer, so that if someone's interested in Mary Kay and they're like, what's in a starter kit exactly? Then I can pull up that flyer. And then I also have the closing sheets in here because they have closing sheets where they're sitting. But let's say they came to me for their individual clothes and they always forget to bring their paperwork. Well, then I always have their paperwork right with me. So I don't have to send them back to their table and say, can you go back and get your closing sheet? I always have extras of that right here. So this is kind of like you're going to a party, you never forget the paperwork. Very handy. Okay. The next thing that we'll talk about to put in there is your planner. So you want to have your planner in here for bookings. And so also in there, I like to do the halfback or the fullback copies, which I'll post below. But that's where they come back within the next week or two, and they bring 3 friends with them. They get everything for half, and that way you're meeting those people and they're coming in half back, and that way you're keeping the cycle going. And so we'll talk about that a little bit more, but those are also in my extra copies. So your planner, because this is your life, this is your date book, and you want to make sure your date book is full and organized. And so that way you can open this up and you know your availability and you can be booking people from parties. The other thing that's here, yay, is your paperwork, all in one organized location, right? So what do we have in here? We have extra pins. Extra pins are always important. We have tons of sales tickets. Sales tickets, sales tickets, sales tickets, because that would be one thing you wouldn't want to run out of. We have extra profile cards, so that's exciting. And the last thing we have in here is paper agreements. Paper agreements. And paper agreements are important to have because sometimes if you're at a place where there is no internet or Wi-Fi and they want to sign up and they can't, well, then you could just give them a paper copy. You can always email them the link too once you have internet again. So this is a paperwork bag, extra paperwork in all those forms. The other thing is just some sort of empty container or folder. That maybe zips though, because that's where you're extra. So you've done the party and now you're like, okay, now I just have paperwork everywhere. This is where your filled out paperwork can go. So this is where your profile cards can go. Your referral sheets can go. You could put your sales tickets in here if you wanted to, but you just have an extra one that's just for completed paperwork. And that way you just don't have paper everywhere after a party. Okay. The other thing that we're going to move on to, which is really fun, is I think this is the most genius thing. What you do, this is going to make your life so amazing. You get these gallon Ziploc bags, okay? And I'm going to show you what to put in them. But that way you literally show up and everything that person is going to need is already prepared. So that way you don't show up and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe I forgot. I'm completely out of the plastic trays, or oh my gosh, I'm out of mascara wands, or whatever. You're pre-packed. All you do is show up and you know it's ready because you pack it. So I'm going to show you what kind of stuff goes in here, okay? So first of all, what I like to start with is the paperwork. So their paperwork is already in their bag. So we have a lookbook. I am careful to not make sure they bend and stuff, you know, so they don't look yucky by the time I get there. So if you're not, I don't know, so you could leave your paperwork potentially in your paperwork bag, or if you're really careful, you could pre-pack it. So I have the profile card, the Beauty of Friendship, and the 10 Trends card. And so I'm going to start with that and put that back in my bag. The other thing is the mirror and the tray from your starter kit. You can order more, or you can use the ones from your starter kit. So if you feel like this is genius and you want to have multiples, you can do that. One thing that I would love, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about organizing, but make sure that your, oh, there's Avery. Oh, there she is. That's so cute. This is distracting. I'm like, look at my nice lamp and stuff. But anyway, one thing that is important is making sure your mirrors are clean. Have you ever gone to maybe a restaurant and you sit down and there's like crumbs all over the booth, and maybe like the tabletop is sticky? And I don't know, sometimes when you go to a restaurant, it always feels like you're the first one to sit there when it's clean. But if your mirrors have fingerprints all over them, it's gross. It's gross. So just make sure you're taking the time to really get all the fingerprints off of these things. The other thing is it's already prepared with a tray insert, and I keep the clear plastic tray in there. So all I have to do is literally pop it open and it's ready to go. Yes, so genius. Okay, the next thing we have in there is we have some sort of headbands, you know, so we have headbands. I have 2 washcloths. There's the disposable cloth just for like their cleanser, for example. But then for the microderm, I like to use a heavier cloth. With these, you can actually put them in little like Ziploc bags, get them hot, and you can put them in a Ziploc bag with like some peppermint oil, and it's very refreshing. So this could be used for microderm, but we have 2 washcloths of each kind. We have 2 cotton balls. You could use the puffy ones or these ones. We have a little sponge applicator. Then we also have a pin. Yay. So you're pre-packed with a pin. You have a sponge tip applicator, and I like to put the sponge tip applicator and one or two mascara wands. I like to put those inside the maybe one of the washcloths because that way the cotton doesn't get caught on these, and then they're like trying to pull cotton off of these. Um, and then the last thing that I like to do sometimes as well is there's little wells that I get, like little tiny, just little tiny plastic bowls. And I'll put a little bit of water inside these just little tiny little capsules, like little water dishes, really small. And that way, if they need more water, like while they're microderming, they can just dip their finger in the little tiny thing and they can add more. And that way, you're not running around with a squirt bottle. And also, there's not like one universal water bowl in the middle that they're all using. And that way, they feel clean and pampered and refreshed. So that's a good image that you want to leave them with and all that. So aren't these genius? So these are your little baggies that will make your life very easy. And then I like to pack maybe 4 or 5 of them, and I'll put them all in my mobile office. And then when I go to a party, I just bring my mobile office with me, and literally I know everything absolutely 100% is prepared. You can get creative and think about your own parties and just add to this as you need. One thing that I also have in there just for fun is sometimes people prefer like ponytail holders or bobby pins. So I just have that too. But you can feel free to get creative, but this will make your life very simple, easy. You will look so professional, and it's so much easier to be organized from the start. So yay! Happy organizing. This is great. I love you. Bye, friends. Let's see. I might still be going. I think I am. Bye.